Good to go.
Welcome back, Augmented Ones. Just Storm here, or Peter, back with DJ Brad. This week for our Communitease Day episode,
we're
going to be discussing just a few random ideas. Bit of a dry week when we're recording at the time. But we're going to speculate on things that they can add on. PhotoBomb Streaks, maybe. Community Day and how things are going to be working out. All the things that they've had going on. The Augmoment is a new app we want to discuss, the Go Field Guide app. And the Augmental idea for a catch rework for the screen. Because you know how many people have actually looked at it. And a special thing, not sure if many people talk about it or even use it, there's a chance that you could have your own AR photographer for Pokemon Go using your voice. Stay tuned, we'll go into it. Okay, so as everyone knows, Community Day this week, Community Day is voted for on the 23rd. Maybe by the time this episode goes up, or we'll put it up right before. It'll be where you'll vote on Twitter for the new Community Day Pokemon. First place winner will be Sunday, September 20th, and the second place winner will be October 17th. You can only vote once if you have one Twitter account.
Yeah, you can vote as many times as many Twitter accounts as you have.
Yeah.
So spam that Caterpie.
And there's there's cowboy hat Caterpie fans out there that they're pushing, they're trying. I understand.
Look, we talked him into, I think, both Squirtle, and Party Hat Weedle.
Party Hat Wurmple.
Wurmple, yeah, Party Hat Weedle. Party Hat Wurmple. Let's not push our luck. Let's just save that pressure for something good, like I don't know, another Pikachu wearing a hat.
See, I feel as though Squirtle Squad was just a given because they already had glasses in the shop, which I guess they might have cowboy hat because it's like Explorer hat. And they could probably just resize it and put it onto the Caterpie if they really needed to, but Cowboy Caterpie is only internet-based. I don't think there's actually anything in the anime.
No, not that I recall.
Yeah, no characters, no one got attached to them, no one became firefighters because of the Squirtle Squad or anything like that.
No mention of it anywhere in any other medium. No photo, no Easter egg in Detective Pikachu.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard of Cowboy Hat Caterpie anywhere. So
yeah, besides at the bottom of every post the
automatic response on every post.
Uh-huh. And Party Hat Wurmple, that one was the loading screen.
Yeah. For the New Year's of 2019?
2019? Something like that,
I can look that up real quick.
I think, it was 2019. Because 2020, it was there. 2018, I think, was a bunch of baby Pokemon.
Well, no, it's 2018.
2018, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, that makes it a little more prevalent. So, Community Day voting. Now, I'm surprised more people haven't actually jumped down Niantic's throat about this one because it's all Kanto Pokemon in here.
True.
Yeah, no one picked up on that. But I guess it's not really that important, so. But still, in general.
Only one of them's a new shiny, which people have been jumping down their throats about. So, but I feel like it's one of those ones you look at it and you go, okay, I feel like you've designed this poll Like, hey, here's 4 that you can pick from. One of them's a new shiny, so we know you're going to pick that one, and the other one has a mega evolution that we teased a month or 2 months ago, and we know you're going to pick that one too, because. But
yeah, so in means of Twitter-wise, it'll be a large portion of players that are heavy into Pokemon Go.
mm-hmm.
The ones following on Twitter, all of that stuff like that. So I think that they're definitely going to be out for a new shiny, especially Porygon at that.
Yeah, Porygon's a pretty good shiny too. It's the purple instead of red, or blue, pink, purple, pink, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
It's not a bad looking one.
Yeah, the other ones are Grimer, Caterpie, and Charmander. Grimer, it's a bit iffy.
Grimer's shiny looks like a Alolan Grimer. Alolan Grimer's shiny looks like regular Grimer.
Mm-hmm.
Cancer Grimer.
Which, if you're looking from a PvP sphere, then Grimer would probably be like
the most meta?
Second in their rankings, but still
Okay.
Charmander, unless they have a perfect Charmander with perfect Charizard with Blast Burn, then perfect Charizard with Blast Burn shiny, then they're still going to be on the hunt for a good Blast Burn Charizard.
Right.
Because Charizard just gets a lot of play in PvP because it's its varied moveset. Plus, it's
how many
fan favorite too. So
yeah, but we've had 3 instances now to get shiny Charmander. The original, community day for him.
I guess
and then
4.
2, at least 2 December community days.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's popping up. What would be the 4th one?
I thought we had 3 years of it.
Has it been? I think it's only been 2 Decembers. I don't know. Because Pikachu was the first one.
Yeah, it was Pikachu, and then it went down the line.
Yeah, and then it was Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Dragonite, or Dratini.
Yeah.
Oh, Pikachu's was January of 2018. So, yeah, 2018, 2019, and then
18, 19. Okay, yeah, you're right. So just 2 years of it. So because Pikachu, that started in the summer. Well, that's 2018. So that means
I'm wrong.
December 18, December 19, and we haven't had December 2020 yet. So
yeah, and it was Pikachu, Dratini, Bulbasaur, not Pikachu, Bulbasaur.
Yeah, because they always did the split in the middle.
Yeah, starter, non-starter, starter 10K, starter 10K.
Yeah,
that was the routine for a while, and then until Eevee. And it kind of went back with Chikorita and Cyndaquil and Beldum, Totodile.
Yep.
Although I don't think Swinub was a 10K hatch.
What?
Swinub? I don't think he was a 10K hatch. He was in between Totodile and Trico.
True. Well, I don't know exactly. No, I think Gen 3 somewhat broke the mold, and it went for a lot of the stronger species.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why it had things like Trapinch and the other ones. Not necessarily that it was based off a 10K from there.
Right.
So, yeah, they had... So, yeah, it'll be the 3rd time for Charmander. Or it'll be the 4th time for Charmander. Well, once it claims the spot for 2nd in October, I think.
Which I think it will.
Yeah. That's a given because it's just a fan favorite from there. So I think anyone just following any Pokemon Twitter may just swoop in and vote for Charmander in general just because I can vote for Charmander for something else. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, so we finally found the information. They probably sent it to other people, so we're going to go over the actual moves that the Pokemon for the next Community Day will possibly have if they get voted in and sworn in for for the voting.
if they accept the election results.
Yeah, it should be interesting. It's going to get Dragon Breath for Charizard for its final form when it evolves. Caterpie will get Hurricane. Grimer will get Fire Punch. And Porygon will get Tri-Attack.
Which is what we thought.
Yeah. And apparently based off of the data from before, or the data from the code, Tri-Attack is the only thing with a status effect in means of the movesets right now that we're talking about. And it says, when used, will have the chance of decreasing a opponent's attack and defense.
Oh, that's good. Which is... And we don't know what the energy cost on that is at the moment. Because it's not... So it could be make or break. If it's a quick charge attack, that might be game changer.
Yeah,
but if it's a long 100 or 110 charge, is not even really worth it.
Oh yeah, tenfold. Yeah, it would have to be a guaranteed, because this is a chance. Yeah,
right.
Chance at it. So it's probably going to be something like Energy Ball or Psychic, where it's a 2-bar when it comes to PvP. So it'll have a decent, probably like a 50-50 chance, because you can only throw out so many depending on defenses.
Yeah.
Porygon's a little hit or miss when it comes to defense. So
and those don't matter whether or not they use a shield. Like the status effects, correct? I believe the status effects are regardless whether or not the attack, quote unquote, hits.
Yeah.
So he might be a good if it's nice and like a 3-charge bar,
Oh, that would just
get it out.
Way too
get it out first, and yeah. Well, you never know. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes they change the game for 2 weeks and go, "Oh, we messed up. Let's we're gonna dial this back."
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, probably with the next patch, they'll give us the exact information on it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, we don't even know the power of it, the amount of damage. The other ones, we have that information because it's based off of moves that are already in the code and everything. So, but it's still a lot of PvPers. They mainly want a sure thing. So things like Charmander, his family getting Dragon Breath is a larger boon, especially when it comes to the Mega forms would have Dragon typing as well, so it'll get stabbed.
Right. But only on X, Y? One of them.
Yeah, I think it's the X form.
The black and blue.
Yeah.
Whatever one that is. That's X. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. Yeah, and Muck getting Fire Punch. That's a little...
That I almost
variety.
I almost predicted fire.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know off the top of my head, their main series game move pool that they can grab stuff from, so.
Yeah, my guess is it would probably be used as just an all-around coverage move in means of like GM and stuff like that. That way you have your Grimer for when you're going up against the fairy types, and when the steel types come in to counter the fairies that are already there, you can still stay in there and tough it out against it. Otherwise, all your poison moves are getting resisted, and it's basically worthless.
Right.
Caterpie, Hurricane, it technically gets stabbed, but with Hurricane being a single charge bar attack, I don't see much versatility in means of PvP.
No.
Yeah,
I don't see Butterfree being useful at all.
Yeah. I can see some people maybe favoring it if they're doing like an XP grind because they want as many Caterpie candy as you can do.
Okay. Yeah, because he's a 12 candy evolve, but
yeah. I don't know. It's iffy with that one. So
yeah,
they're calling for Charmander for a lot of people, actually.
It'll be the fourth, and not meh, whatever.
Yeah. Well,
everybody knows him. I know.
Well, guaranteed, it's going to be Porygon and Charmander. I don't really see Grimer and Caterpie really swaying the vote.
No. You would think it'd be Porygon because it's the only one that's the shinies not in the game yet.
Yeah.
However, whatever.
Yeah, it's going to come down to usefulness.
Yeah, if that Tri-Attack ends up being really good, it may sway the PvE crowd.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we have...
PvP, my bad.
Well, same difference. Sometimes the tinfoil hats and the speculation is half the fun, so...
It definitely is.
Yeah. Because whether you're right or wrong, if you get it early enough, it doesn't matter.
That's right. You can be wrong 100 times, but if you're right once, people will remember that.
Mm-hmm. The other thing that people were bringing up, and if you think about it, at the end of year, Community Day move thing that they always have, if you evolve a Charmeleon then into a Charizard, it should get both of the Community Day moves.
Oh.
So it'll both get Dragon Breath and Blast Burn while not costing you any elite TMs, because they were saying that in order to get a Charizard with both Community Day moves, you would have to use... It's a $12 Community Day. Because they're going based off of the Community Day boxes that always happen that are $12 for the box. You get other things as well. That's kind of the only way that they've been getting the elite charge TMs, which technically they came out during the PvP systems anyway.
Yeah.
Each time the season reset. But yeah, so just save some of your best ones for December. And
Probably.
probably save as much as possible for December, and then that's a prime trade target for everyone.
That's true too. I did that last year with, I caught a shiny Charmander, like 87, 91%, somewhere in that range.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, I'm saving him till the inevitable mass Community Day December extravaganza.
Yeah.
Sure enough. I got a shiny Charizard with was it Blast Burn? Is that the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blast Burn. This time our 2020 vision will be saving plenty of them for that.
Yeah.
But okay. We just wanted to jump in for that little tidbit. That way we can have the right information out for the podcast, because we want this out. That way everyone can listen and enjoy. That way they can vote the right way.
Yeah.
Whichever way they decide, whatever you play the most.
And whatever way that is, I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm still kind of swayed towards Porygon a little bit. Yeah, I'm still swaying towards Porygon because Charmander's still going to get in there anyway.
I know. He's gonna be one or two regardless.
Yeah.
So.
And no, Bulbasaur is number 1. I think Charmander is number 4.
Yeah, because I think Squirtle's 7.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Because usually they introduce a move that would completely crush anything that it goes up against that has its advantage against it. So you get a shield or you have the move charged up enough, then you can go in and quickly knock them down before they can knock you down. PvP in a nutshell.
Yeah. Well,
And Pokemon Go decides to tweet something else right now.
Yeah, I just looked at it. It's just saying, who would you pick between Porygon and Caterpie?
Okay. Only Porygon comments. Let's see. Real time. Oh, still nothing else yet.
I don't see the Caterpie Cowboy Hat Caterpie response yet. They're slacking.
Yeah, they must be sleeping.
Thought that was an auto response. I thought that was a bot.
Oh, we got someone else. Caterpie with cowboy hat. Someone responded in 26 seconds.
Of course.
And a 25-seconder.
I found him. There he is. Cowboy Hat Caterpie.
Yeah.
Caterpie, please.
I mean, the community support people do watch everything that gets posted, and I'm sure half of them do read them and then take how many votes on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, Cowboy Hat Caterpie. Do we need more hats in Pokemon Go? I don't.
No, I'm tired of hats.
So, speaking of, there was a great post by Pokemon Go. It was by the Pokemon Company, and they posted a silhouette of a Pokemon, and I think it was Pikachu or something like that.
Okay.
And Pokemon Go responded to it and said, can't really tell, but it could definitely use a hat. And I was just so mad but happy at the same time. I was like, yes, completely. I also hoard hat Pokemon, but still, it's a little much. I did clear out a good 70 different type hat Pikachus from my inventory probably before GoFest happened. I still have at least like 200 of them. Just weird sentimental reasons, different years, different hats. I had a Pikachu with a party hat on my birthday, so that was one I was definitely keeping. And yeah, random other stuff too.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of weird sentimental whatevers.
Yeah.
Weird sentimental Pokemons.
Huh?
Birthday guys.
Oh.
Weird time shinies. Look like trip hundos, all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah, there's some people that really look for those weird time shinies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like the ones that were only available for like an hour or two.
Like when they accidentally released a shiny Abra at Pokemon Go Fest like 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then those people were mad that they finally released Shiny Abra for a community day, and they're like, oh, now my Shiny's not special. You broke the game. It happened.
It still has a date stamp. Like, get over it.
Yeah, exactly. Which right now they need to fix the bug, because I can't see any of the locations on my Pokemon because it's an iPhone. And the last update took away the location stamp, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I caught
when you don't know.
I caught a Rayquaza when I was invited to a raid in Brazil.
Okay.
So I had to make sure that I labeled it that. That way I didn't end up transferring it.
And that actually transferred, yeah.
Yeah. Which system of voting do you like better? Twitter or the original voting style they had?
Wasn't it the original one when they just had them, like, you could catch them at certain times?
No. It was 2 days of field research.
Oh, that's right. That was field research. Yeah, not catching them.
So a lot of the people that were out and about, I remember it was for Rhyhorn. They were like, okay, there's Rhyhorn at this Pokestop, this Pokestop, this Pokestop. Go.
Yeah.
If you're looking to vote for anything else, find it yourself. You're good.
I don't know. I mean, any way they do it is going to put limitations on somebody, and it's going to be if you're not close to a Pokestop and you're like, oh, I wanted Rhyhorn, and everyone you spun wasn't Rhyhorn, and you may only have access to 6 stops and you can't vote. But
True.
But then again, if you don't have a Twitter, which I know a lot of people don't, you don't get a voice, or there's no, like, hey, I worked really hard. I got 26 votes for Rhyhorn. Now I can only vote once.
Yeah.
So again, there's no perfect system.
Yeah, it's a little tricky because, granted, yeah, certain locations with more Pokestops have more of a voice, but then again, that's because they're the ones that are actually playing more, getting those stops added, or actually interacting with all those extra points, which gives Niantic players time in game, which I think is a metric that they watch, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, it allows for people to be more vested in playing the game as opposed to making a bunch of Twitter accounts because you want something else.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm sure we'll possibly go back to that or something, meeting in the middle after we not quarantine out and all that again. So
somebody's going to retweet it to a couple thousand followers and be like, ha ha ha, vote for Caterpie.
Yeah.
And they're going to get a couple hundred votes against for Caterpie that way. And again, there's no perfect way.
Yeah. Well, luckily the unfaithful people to Pokemon left after the summer of 2016, so
yeah, this is true.
So we just deal with some of the jerks that stuck it out or came back halfway through, other stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Somewhat of a crazy idea.
Okay.
But the Augmental idea kind of melds together with this. For the results screen to change up so that you can actually see like what number of Pokemon you caught, like what number of that type you caught. That way you can see your medal status as well. Because in some cases, people just completely miss it if they're doing the catch... What's the name? The quick catch method, which kind of an exploit, but not really. Especially considering that they have the Go Plus and gotchas and stuff like that.
And it's been in the game for so long now that they wanted to get rid of it, they would have.
Yeah, hopefully they keep it.
I feel like quick catch has been in the game for over a year now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, they fixed the Rememballs glitch, as I called it. But you used to be able to use a Pokeball or use a Great or Ultra Ball, and it will still stay there for the next Pokemon.
Yeah, for the next encounter.
So for a community
I liked it.
like that, you could catch with Ultra Balls nonstop, and you could save your Pokeballs for other stuff.
Yeah.
But it messed with the system, and the Go Plus and other things would show that it used an Ultra Ball, but it actually didn't. So it just it messed with a lot of graphical issues. So a lot of people were really mad about, oh, I lost Ultra or Great Balls, and you really didn't. It was
really didn't. Yeah, I got you. Okay.
But yeah, so they're gonna squeaky wheel gets the oil. So with that, I kind of feel like they don't give that type of information out because it would give players more information into how to get shinies.
Yeah.
Because I kind of have this theory that it's based off of... There's a few things that I can barely confirm myself, but it's always the type medal, the catch medal, and then a mix between the Pokeball or the Pokédex. The Pokédex catch and the Pokédex run.
Okay.
So if you end up being... Like, I feel as though the digits all count. So, like, if you're... Let me get the exact information. So basically, when I caught my shiny Houndour on Sunday, I took a picture of the Dark Metal and the Fire Metal. And the Dark type Metal was 3615. Fire Metal was 3285. Both ended in 5. My current catch, that was after I had caught it, which meant it was even numbers before that.
Okay.
And it was also my last 3 digits was 371 for my catch medal. So both my catch medal, dark metal, and fire metal both ended in an odd number. Well, they both ended in an even number, and that one was the odd number.
Gotcha. Ooh, that is a...
For Houndour was 668, and the caught was 386, which those both were even, which then meant that when I caught it, it then became the odd number.
Right, I got you.
So 4 out of the things were the odd number in the last digit. And I believe I had caught the Houndour at 11:19.
Okay.
So that's just one of the things that I have like an ongoing theory on that I don't catch that much. I don't have that many things running in the background that I can actually watch each catch and measure each thing.
Right.
But I feel as though 5 things being odd as their last digit played a factor into me catching that Houndour shiny. Because other times, what was it now? Because some people, like, you know, some people have all the shiny luck.
Yeah.
They catch nonstop shinies. And it could just be that their numbers work out better. That they don't have as many Pokemon running from them as other people might. Or if they're always catching.
Okay.
A few players in my local community that their main strategy is you catch everything. Catch 100% of the things. Because it affects it in some way. So if nothing's running from you from a Go Plus or anything like that, then you're always catching, so your catch to run ratio is going to be even.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
From that theory in there. And the other part of the theory says that the other numbers in that number place some factor in there.
Okay.
But I can't find a good enough connection to it.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of data to try to track every time.
Yeah.
I just caught that shiny Meowth, so I'm looking at it right now. Hold on, I just lost it. All right, so my scene is 410, and my caught is 201. So this would have been 409 for when it was before I encountered the shiny. It would have been 409 and 200. And then my normal, well, you're saying my normal medal? Is that the other thing where? Let me look at my normal medal. Normal medal was at 12,853 when I encountered him, 54 now that I've caught him.
Okay. And what's your catch medal at?
Just my full one. Which one? Which catch medal?
The full catch medal for account. The last 2 digits. You know, like your 40,000, 60,000 Pokemon caught.
Yeah, I'm trying to. This
I
one.
have it. It's under collector, I believe, or it's actually under total activity up towards your journal and style button.
Pokemon caught. All right, so the last 2 digits would have been 43.
43.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you had 3 out of it. So.
Nope, I lied. It would have been because I caught 2 more after that.
So
a Dweeble and an Oshawott. So it would have been 4-1.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe the 0 doesn't count. Maybe that's what always throws me off.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I was considering 0 to be an even number. I don't know. Anyway, it's bad math happening this time of night. But but I think that if they were to introduce that, then it would give more information to players that they weren't thinking about. So it would help them discover the shiny algorithm instead of just saying 1 out of 450, because 1 in 450, you're going to see and encounter enough even and odd types for all of that, as well as even out your metals usually.
Yeah.
Because I had always noticed that I would end up anytime there was an event and there was actually a dual type Pokemon on, if I caught both of them, I never got the shiny. But if I focused one of them, then I would get the shiny. Because my catch metals didn't distance themselves.
Right.
Just some weird thoughts. But I think even if they did figure out a way to still disguise it or not introduce all the information that would give it away, it would still allow for players to be more engaged with the catch screen, which, once again, 90% of people skip
right through.
They skip through it the same way that they don't even enable the music anymore.
Yeah, I haven't had the music on since 2016.
Well, I turn it on from time to time to hear the night music, as well as sometimes for the Team Rocket music.
Yeah, I've turned it on to hear like specific music that's like towards an event, or like, oh, we're doing the spooky music from the
Halloween event,
the Halloween event. I was like, oh, cool, I'll turn it on here. Let's go. And then over.
Yeah. But yeah, the other thing that they could possibly do if they were to introduce that is give an extra encounter on that screen for taking a snapshot with that Pokemon right away. So basically, you catch a Pokemon, you take an AR snapshot, and then you could encounter that Pokemon again. You can encounter another Pokemon again of either that type or that species, depending on what it is. Obviously, people don't want dinos or gibbles spawning right away. But it would be I think it would be a more engaging way to get people to interact with it, as well as give another option for them to take a picture with their Pokemon that they could be proud of, or a quick reminder of it that won't bug out and make you lose the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because quite often you don't want to take that AR photo that you're so excited to take that Pokemon with, because it might just run away from you.
Yeah, just bug out and be gone.
Mm-hmm. Then again, 2 clicks later, you are at the Pokemon screen, and you can then take a snapshot there.
Yeah, but it behaves differently. So
yeah.
Like you don't get the actual
right.
attack animation. You can't get attack animation in the AR.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. It's a lot more tame, as to be expected.
Yeah,
There for
yeah.
the photo, you've already captured it. But
I
yeah,
don't think they jump either.
no,
Wrong. It's been a while since I messed around with AR.
If you tap, it does some animation, but it's not exactly the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon,
It's kind of like, I thought it was the same animation if you tap on them, like in their inventory screen. Like if you're in your, you're in your Pokemon storage and you're looking at a specific Pokemon, you tap on it and he goes Pikachu, and he does this little flip and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was trying to get them to introduce that type of Pokemon, a Pokemon with a special AR attack to happen in a Pokemon nest.
Okay.
That way it would incentivize people to go back to nest and catch a Pokemon there.
Yeah.
Because quite often you get the same boring Pokemon, or some of them don't even show up because it's not that good of a nest.
Yeah. Sometimes it's real tough to figure out what that nest is if it only has,
exactly
5 or 6 spawn points in the whole entire thing. It's not very big.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, there's been a bunch of 6 different Pokemon, but I can't figure out which one's which. Like, which one's the nest Pokemon? I mean, sometimes it is obvious, like.
Yeah, but
other times,
quite simply, they could just add an extra bubble on there, like they usually do for everything else. Like if it were shiny or had a weather bonus,
right?
It could be a nest bonus.
Yep.
Where you take a AR picture with this Pokemon and it may have a special animation happen.
That'd be cool.
I was even thinking you just introduce a single quest line on there. That way it has like a special interaction like Jirachi and Mew and all of them had. Because Jirachi got picked up by a bunch of Pokemon in the background. Mew went
invisible, and
Celebi had this awesome green graphic animation go on with it, which I kept that one around for a while and then took a picture in my backyard, and the picture came out great. So
cool.
And it's still an AR photo. Yeah, and with that extra way to spawn a Pokemon, like if you take a picture of that Pokemon right away afterwards, it could have a chance to spawn another of that Pokemon, like a what's the name? Like an SOS in the main series game.
Okay. Yeah.
So you get that extra interaction. It's seen as an SOS, so that Pokemon comes to its rescue, and it could be a new way to shiny hunt. Because there's a lot of people that shiny hunt in the main series game, or they get the most attention because they're the ones still playing the game after a year after it's released.
Yeah.
But it's still something to reinvigorate some players. Especially if you're looking for a certain Pokemon, a certain shiny.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you live in an area where, like, if it does nest and you like, I don't see it's. I had to go a good click to see consistent water spawns.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it really, for me, I had to go down to the beach. And that's 25, 30 minutes, and now walking on the boardwalk, whatever. Like, to get just a flood of a flood of water spawns. But if I find like a Magikarp nest, I'd be like, oh, dope. Or I remember when the community center was a Whalmer nest. I farmed that bad boy. I was like, oh, I'm getting a Wailord. It's going to be ridiculous. This is happening, and I did, and it was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't as big as I wanted it to be in gyms.
There's still a few bugs where it shows up that big, so
yeah.
But yeah, hopefully that's part of the whole Nest update, or the one of the many main features that they're going to reiterate and refurbish in 2021. that way they get back to the basics and just re-implement things that have the potential to be really groundbreaking.
Yeah.
But they're not as strong because it's hidden in the background and you can't fully tell.
Yep.
And it relies on a lot of crowdsourcing. And there's not enough of a reward for it for the time being. I remember I added a few Pokestops to a park before.
Mm-hmm.
And it then created 2 gyms in that location. Actually, that was the second park I had done that to. This one park, Corson Park, near me, it was this nice little park, had a nice little water feature in the middle, playground, tennis court, all of that. And I go in there and I'm like, this is really nice. Why are there no Pokestops?
Yeah.
So I found a few things. Turns out a S2, it was dead center to a quadrant of S2 cells.
Oh.
So I ended up adding 4 Pokestops.
Okay.
Of which I added to 2 sections to the top left, and one of them became a gym.
Nice.
I added 2 to the top right. No, I didn't do the top right. I did 2 to the bottom right. And one turned into a gym, other one stayed a stop. And then I added another one, and then the Pokestop that was across the street turned into a gym.
Okay.
So I essentially added 3 gyms to this one park.
One little area.
Yeah.
I love when that works out. You know, the church near here has that same where it kind of sits in the corner of a couple different cells, and it just 3 gyms, like boom, 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 right next to each other.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it works out.
Yeah, the other one I added 2 Pokestops to it. One became a gym. The other one made another one into a gym. But from adding that other Pokestop there, it made it into a nest.
Okay.
So it turned out to be a Shuppet nest at the time. So I'm visiting the new Pokestops I made, seeing the Shuppets that are there, and I'm like, okay, catch 1, catch 2, catch 3, and then the 4th one was shiny.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, this is the best nest ever. Come over here, everybody. Enjoy.
Bask in my glory. Look what I've done.
So how has the Unova week been going for you?
Not terrible. Snagged a couple of the new guys, rock and roller for me. Cottony. Still looking for Buffalant since we're in that area. And I got the what's his name? The little flying squirrel.
Emolga.
I
Nice.
snagged him. So I just need the one, whatever the other plant one is.
Did you get Cottony? Did you get the puffball?
Yeah, I got the puffball. Cottony.
Oh, so the other one was Levany? Or maybe that's the evolution form.
I know what he looks like. I can't remember what his name is. But I haven't really played a ton. Just been
Flugenheimer. What the hell did I just do? Oh.
What's it over? Next coming Friday or?
It technically ends Friday, yeah, at 1 p.m. PST time. And haven't released any information at the time of recording. So who knows exactly what's going to happen?
Yeah, like what's going to happen when it rolls? Oh, because it's super bonus, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it was the ultra bonus. So Unova week was the last one.
Right.
And after that, no other information has been released.
Okay.
They usually do a big reveal for information, like the last week and a half of a
right,
because they're going to talk about the next research breakthrough, which maybe it's too soon, maybe it's enough time, or maybe we'll actually have a break for the end of August and they won't have any events. because everyone's going to be burnt out or something.
Yeah.
Not sure. Yeah, I found one Emolga. I've been trying to find any cottony I can. That way I could try and use it in my Sorcerer Cup, but it didn't work out, and still haven't found a good PvP one. Because it's a grass fairy type, so it's a little iffy. I think it holds pretty well in PvP in general. Because I think technically fairy type gets less damage from fire. But that was just a random thing I wanted to try out, and still haven't found anything too crazy with that. No shinies yet for this event. Not for lack of trying. I still need a Genesect. Shiny, that is. And what else was it? Yeah, I guess that was basically it.
Yeah, I think my first shiny of the event was the Meowth I caught right before we started recording.
Oh, right.
Don't.
Yeah. Did you have Team Rocket there, or?
No, it was just a regular Meowth.
Oh, okay.
Random Meowth one. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I don't think I've gotten anything else this week.
Okay.
Except for I caught a Houndour on makeup, whatever the makeup time was, and
Oh, you did too?
yeah, that's all that I got. But I don't know on the actual Go Fest, so I wasn't super concerned about it. I was like, it's just a bonus, extra, catch a couple extra guys that
Yeah. Well, yeah. In essence, it was an extra 30 rare candy that you got from it.
Yeah, for real.
Which I was hoping that it would be unlimited gift opening again. That way we all could restock, but I guess not.
Yeah. Biggie.
I don't think I got anything groundbreaking for PvP from the makeup event. But yeah, it was something. But just like GoFest, if you didn't have a lot of Pokestops and incense rolling, you weren't getting too much. So
yeah, I had incense going. I just I'd play for 20 or 25 minutes, and then I'd take a break and pop in and see what was around, and then check a couple incense spawns, and then bounce back out, do something else.
Yep.
Come back and do it again. So I didn't try all that hard, but
yeah, it happens. So the other thing with Unova Week, it released the new regional for the U.S.
Yep. I think a smidge of Canada. Or is it just U.S.?
Albany, New York is like the tippy top spot where it can fit in. But it seems like it goes all the way to almost Washington, D.C., top of Virginia, almost. So we can basically call it a Beast Coast exclusive.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is just odd, but whatever.
I mean,
like if it's based on the Buffalo, why is it in the Northeast? It should be a Midwest. It should be a Midwest regional. But hey, whatever. I'll take it because it's one I can actually get a hold of.
I can't fully say exactly why. It might have been like population based. Like
maybe because of the city Buffalo.
I was thinking of it too. Yeah.
No, it doesn't spawn in Buffalo. Buffalo is too far east.
Okay,
so I mean, too far west. So I don't know.
How have you started complaining about that yet?
That shoots my theory down.
Yeah, it said New York City. So, New York City and the surrounding area were the main things for it. So the exact thing, I don't know.
Yeah, New York City, famous for its buffalo.
Maybe for their buffalo wings? Maybe that's where they're going with that?
Then why is buffalo not part of it?
Well, buffalo wings aren't made out of buffalo, so.
No, I mean the The city of Buffalo.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Who knows?
I'm sure there's a lot of cities or towns of buffalo or other animals and stuff like that Niantic wouldn't have been able to accommodate them for that. They were probably just going for like big touristed areas.
Yeah.
That way, maybe they based it off of international airports. That could have been something. So
that's possible.
There's a lot of international airports near there. I think Carnivine is like Atlanta and Georgia, that type of area, because they're known for their carnivorous plants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But okay, so we're not really too crazy heavy into PvP, but there was a PvP petition going on.
Oh boy, petitions. These are always good.
Yeah. And they basically, we'll add a link in the descriptions if people want to read it themselves or join the petition as well. And it basically goes in to talk about all the different types of bugs and things going on in PvP that should or need to be rectified, to which some people are protesting and not participating in the game. Because as we know, the best way to make any company listen is to vote with your wallet.
Mess with their money.
Exactly. So once things develop a little more, or maybe we get some word from Niantic, we'll talk about it a little more. But at the moment, we just want to bring it to everyone's attention. That way they can get informed, figure out their own opinions on it, and figure it out and see what they think. If they've run into some of the same problems, and that a lot of the things actually are known issues by Niantic, but they still keep the Go Battle League up.
Right.
Because I'm sure there's a lot of things going on, and they probably feel as though it doesn't need to be taken down entirely, because you still need players something to do. Granted, there are some bugs, but PvP doesn't cost you any resources aside from what you do to your own Pokemon.
Yeah.
So, well, also it'll cost you time, and time is a valuable resource.
Meh.
But if and when you do win those games, then you'll get the Stardust and other things going on there. So it's a little iffy.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of other PvP games and player versus player games, and a lot of players will adapt to times of the day or known bugs and problem characters. That way they actually, okay, this is a known thing, but this is the way to beat it.
Right.
So,
odd job, it doesn't have a normal hitbox. You gotta shoot down.
exactly, yeah.
That's my kind of PvP, so.
Pretty much, yeah. So if the bug isn't fixed and it's based off of a certain Pokemon or a certain move, then don't let yourself get into that situation.
Right,
Power up
I got you.
a few Shadow Pokemon, steamroll through, and do what you can from there. Or roll tanks and hope for the best.
Or do that weird thing that, like, you disconnect your Wi-Fi and reconnect it, or how, I don't know how it works.
Well,
but then the buff, and then you can kill them?
Patched out.
Has it? Okay.
You can't do that. The previous downtime, from what I remember, was because a player pulled up a Go Battle League battle on 2 phones, which was faster, which then allowed them to register twice the amount of fast attacks.
Oh, wow. Good Lord, people find any way to cheat.
Yeah, which that's part of the problem as well, that considering that there's so many people playing and everyone's looking for a bit of an advantage, some people will resort to looking for the cheapest way to do it.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, this is an open letter to Niantic from the PvP community. So, take a read, form an opinion, see if there's anything that you missed out that you can... You just gonna flash people like that? But yeah. So that's all we're gonna say with that one. And it's about that time that got to get some sleep. Pokemon Sleep.
Mine.
Actually, do you want to go into this, or is it too late for you?
Pokemon go to sleep.
But yeah, in means of Pokemon Sleep, it was rumored to be out in 2020. But then again, quarantine came out, so that kind of beat Pokemon Sleep to the punch.
Yeah.
So they may be taking a Pokemon Sleep on us and not going to be releasing it anytime soon. It could very well be late 2020, as they usually tend to push out. Or they're waiting on another game release. Another game's... What's the name? Another game's announcement so that they can piggyback on that and then bring it out.
That would make the most sense. But...
That's what they did with Pokemon Smile.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can get more information on Pokemon Snap.
Oh, yeah, well...
Pokemon Sleep. The second expansion for Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Yeah, I was thinking at most, if they're really going to bring it out for 2020, it'll probably come when they release the Crown Tundra expansion.
Yeah.
Pokemon Sword and Shield. But yeah, so basically what we can piece together from the information that we got last year was that it involves the Pokemon Go++. So since it's a device that has to be manufactured, distributed, tested, quarantine definitely got in the way of that.
Definitely.
And based off of other sleep trackers, it will probably use audio recording. It'll be mainly to monitor snoring, movement, and the phone itself will monitor and see if the player interacts with the phone.
Okay.
That way it can tell whether, okay, you had a restful night of sleep because you were actually asleep. You didn't play with the phone. You weren't snoring. You weren't rustling around. So it can usually tell pretty well. I use a sleep app on the Apple Watch, and it tells me how rested I was, whether I moved around a lot, heart rate throughout the night. The Go++ wouldn't be able to do heart rate, but it would still be able to do some things, which are just as good sometimes.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't put it past. I wouldn't put it past the Pokemon Company or Nintendo in general to come up with another here's a wristwatch type accessory you can sync up to your phone and for Pokemon Go Sleep. I mean Pokemon Sleep, not Pokemon Go Sleep.
That's what they do when they bring out the megas. The other ones go to sleep. But yeah, that's just some of the speculation you can really take with it, because a wrist strap or something, they might be able to do that, but it would be a little tricky because if players roll onto it, then but that could be the same thing as if they left it next to their pillow in their bed,
right?
Which is what they suggest anyway.
I think that way you could monitor your heart rate.
Mm-hmm.
How much you move around.
Yeah, I think the main thing that it'll help with is taking care of the what's the name? Rocker. There it is. So all the people that use the rocker when they're going to sleep, so the phone is just rocking away, hatching all their eggs for them. Granted, Niantic's getting money for them spending all that money on incubators, but it's still that they have the unfair advantage because 90% sure they're going to be hitting that 100K mark for their Adventure Sync, which means they already have the 50K Stardust advantage on other players. And it keeps people from doing 24-hour grind sessions, which I haven't heard too much about that, but hey, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people that are extremely competitive, so if there's an event out, they're going to be going hardcore with it.
I know.
But even one thing that I'm most excited about is the possibility to... So say this works like an incense, but it... Instead of being spawns that you have to be there immediately for, it's spawns that happen in a queue, and then you catch them.
Okay.
Which, if they end up bringing that out, then it allows for incense to do the same thing. Which means you wouldn't have to be watching your phone nonstop.
Yeah.
You can run the incense while you're on a jog or something, and then catch everything afterwards when you're on
and
the
then have a queue, and it would be nice too if you could just say, "Hey, I don't even want to encounter this one. I don't need another Weedle. I'll check and see if it's shiny. It's not shiny. It can go away. I don't need it."
Yeah, you can wheedle those ones out. So I think a queue system would be a welcome thing for the incense, and if it were brought about by Pokemon Sleep, it could be a cool way for that. And considering that if it's not a completely separate app, then it may allow you another way to train certain Pokemon.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't really need to if you can just get Stardust that way.
Well, what if...
Well, it depends, because I know they said they're going to rework a lot of the basics of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're going to level cap, and they also said that they're going to raise the level cap, and they're not going to do it so where you just have to grind out experience. You may have to do like finish medals off or complete certain challenges or whatever.
Yeah, that was our speculation with it as well. That it's
maybe they could do a similar thing for Pokemon that are going to level up past 40.
Yeah, like a Dream World type thing.
Right, like you can't just burn Stardust on them to get them to level up. You're like, oh, you have to use them in a raid 100 times or whatever it might be.
Yeah. The
complete.
Well, I guess to go along with the idea I was trying to say was, what if when you sleep with your Pokemon?
Well, I know. Depends on which one it is. It's cute, and if it's Machoke, it's not so much.
Yeah, you know. Well.
I'm snuggled up with my Meowth. Aw. I'm sleeping on top of Snorlax's belly. Oh, that's cute. I'm spooning Machoke. Ugh.
Who's Machoke and who?
Yeah, for real.
Trying to think of the most attractive ones. Probably Gardevoir's up there.
Yeah, Gardevoir.
Hmm.
The Frostlass.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. What happened? Some of my Frostlass and she killed me.
I mean, that's one way that you get ghosted by a lover, so.
This is...
I mean, she's got the cold heart, too, so. I do remember that I think there was like a Japanese poll or something like that. They were riding it, but for the most handsome Pokemon, and like Mewtwo was at the top of that.
Okay.
Because I guess it just has that humanoid aesthetic to it. It was made by people, so it's got to be attractive. So
sure,
it's just in its DNA. But the other thing was,
Mr. Mime.
Yeah. So,
yeah, creepy one.
That's just Mr. Mime peeks out from underneath the bed. You didn't tuck your feet in. I'm going to kill them. Oh god.
Suck and throw a little creepy.
Yeah. Oh, but the idea was, what if it's another way that you can revive your Pokemon by taking them into Pokemon Sleep with you, or by having a restful 8 hours of sleep, you restore the HP of your Pokemon that... Yeah, you restore the HP of your Pokemon.
Okay.
Revive a few of them, or maybe it gives you items like Revive or Potions, and it's another way to get items if you're in a rural location. Yeah.
Which is always a hit.
Yeah, big time. But this is all speculation, so
yeah,
who knows what Augmental ideas we'll have from there. And we didn't even go over the app. Have you downloaded the app, the Go Field Guide app?
I haven't. I haven't looked into it. The one I still have.
Go Ranger?
No, I've got Calci IV, and I have another one, I think. I can't find it. I know I had Go Ranger at one point in time, but I haven't messed with the other one.
I believe it came out really recently.
Okay.
So it's basically, it's almost just like Go Ranger, except it has, like, you could set for an event timer for the events that are going on right now. So, like, the upcoming events, it tells me that, in 19 hours, it's Venipede. Community Day voting starts in 4 days. Master League, Premier League, that starts in 6 days.
Okay.
All the other stuff that we know about right now has the event bonuses, which Pokemon are increased right now. Swaddle, Cottonee, Emolga, Bouffalant, increased spawns. The shinies available at this time for the event. Research tasks. They even have a section for, like, the best gym Pokemon, best PvP Pokemon, which is a little subjective because some people like doing the out-of-the-box things. It has a section for Pokeworth. So basically, if you're looking for lucky eggs, if you're looking for egg incubators, star pieces, then it'll tell you that you're not going to be saving any money getting them in a box right now. Because if that's the only thing that you're looking for, then getting them in a box is not going to be cost effective for you.
Right.
Because the Adventure Box, you get 4 star pieces, 2 incubators out of it. And so if it's only based off of that, tells you the cost of the box, just based off of what you need. And egg list. There's a bunch of things. but it's well-rounded, and it could even tell you PvP IVs of the Pokemon that you have in your inventory. Well, not like that, but so you input the CP, the IVs, and everything, and then it gives you the breakdown of where it falls in the listing for everything. So you can do a bunch of things in-app instead of going to an external party. Although they definitely could iterate the snapshot. So you take a screenshot and then it scans it for you. And then inputs the information there. So kind of like
Right. I got you.
Because Pokegenie tells you all that stuff, but
yeah,
you have to do a little digging sometimes for the other stuff. But I'm gonna try and do like tutorials or something like that because it's just a quick and easy thing for certain features. That way you don't have to dig through web pages or other things for the perfect CP for Genesect. You can just click the raids, click there, and then you have what you need.
Right, gotcha.
But all right, so we're gonna call it here for our Communitease Day episode for Augmental Naturally. Thank you for joining and making it to the end, people.
Yeah, man.
Augmented ones. Okay, DJ Brad, anything else from you?
No, man. That's it for me. Just everybody, Pokemon, go to sleep.
Yep. Good balls, good calls, good luck. I'll catch you all around. We'll meet you out there.
Deuces.